Welcome back to Skyway TG, guys, and today we are discussing my top 5 movies that I saw in 2020. If you guys like what you're about to see, please drop that like and subscribe for more. I make videos every single week. And yeah, without further ado, we're going to hop into this. These are movies that I saw this year. Not a lot of movies that I was able to see because most of the theaters in the country are shut down. But I managed to see some before the pandemic started, and I saw a couple on streaming services. So we're going to get started right now. So starting off with number 5, I have Onward. This movie came out like just before the pandemic really started. I did manage to catch this one in theaters, and it was Pixar's telling of two brothers who lost their dad at an early age. The youngest brother didn't even know his dad at all, and then they go on this adventure to get their dad back for one day, so they can see him for one day. And it was just so... It had that Pixar magic that everyone loves. At the very end, spoiler alert, but Ian, the younger brother, doesn't get to see his dad, but he lets his older brother, Barley, say goodbye to their dad. It was very emotional. It's because Ian realized that Barley was there for him the whole time. He was like a father figure. It's just a very emotional story, and I love that the director had a personal experience to this story. He said like this very similar situation happened to him where he lost his father at a young age. It's very cute, very great, and that's why I have it at number 5. And number 4, I have Wonder Woman 1984. Now, I've been online. I've seen that this movie has a bit of controversy around it. A lot of people think it's not that great, or if it's goofy, it's corny. What I'll say about it is that it's not as good as the first Wonder Woman, obviously, because that movie was so good. Any sequel would probably not do as well as the first one, and it doesn't help that it's during a pandemic, so it's not getting as much traction. However, I did enjoy what they did. I love seeing Gal Gadot do her thing. I kind of like how they brought Steve Trevor back. It's very good. I even kind of like what they did with Cheetah. Like, the whole premise is kind of annoying. Like, spoiler alert if you haven't seen it, but basically, there's a stone that grants wishes. The bad guy turns into the stone so he could grant everyone's wishes, and then everyone at the end has to renounce their wishes in order for everything to go back to normal. I don't believe that half of the population or the entire world would renounce their wish, considering during the pandemic, people can't even put their masks on or follow guidelines. That's just me. But regardless, it was a fun time, and I enjoyed it. So yeah, Wonder Woman 1984 for number 4. For number 3, I have The Invisible Man. This is a remake of the classic that came out many, many, many years ago. I like what they did with this remake. They added something new. Instead of the Invisible Man being like a supernatural being, it's a vengeful husband who uses a suit of sorts that could turn him invisible because he's a brilliant optometrist or something like that. I really like what they did with this. It got me quite a few times. Watching the lead actress fight off against an invisible presence is unnerving. The film gives you all these wide shots where like your brain tricks you into thinking, oh, is that something moving over there? Or is the Invisible Man in the room right now? Very good. Very, very good. Great ending. I loved it. It's one of the best movies I've seen in the past decade, to be quite honest. So, number 3, Invisible Man. At number 2, I have Soul. I just watched this recently, and I thought it was so goddamn heartwarming. It teaches you about, like, your life and how you should value it while you're still here. And I think that's a good lesson to teach kids, because I don't think it's talked about that much for the younger audiences, and I really enjoyed it. It gave me existential dread. Like, it made me realize that maybe I need to live my life a little bit better. It's very, very, very good. It has a very important message, and I think you should watch it. If you haven't seen Soul yet, it's on Disney Plus. You don't have to pay $30 for it. They're just streaming it. So if you want to watch Soul, it's on Disney Plus, and I highly recommend it, and that's why it's number 2. And finally, my number 1 pick for a movie of 2020 is Sonic the Hedgehog. Now, that might be controversial. Some of you might disagree, but for me, Sonic was everything I wanted from a Sonic movie. I really like what they did. I thought Jim Carrey gave an awesome performance, and I just want to give the movie as much credit as possible because it's like the first movie that I know of that actually listened to the fans and went back and fixed the problems that they showed off in the trailer. Like, the original Sonic was horrifying. I don't know if you've seen it. You probably have, but here's some images of it on the screen. It's ugly, but then they went back and gave us a much better version of it, and I really, really, really like what they did. And I enjoyed it so goddamn much, and I give all the credit to the editors who had to go back and pretty much redo the whole movie. Really enjoyed it, and we are getting a Sonic 2, so I'm very excited to see what they do with that. So yeah, that's why Sonic the Hedgehog is my number one. Well, guys, those are my top 5 movies of 2020. I usually do a top 10 at the end of every year, but you know, with the coronavirus happening and shutting down the theaters, there weren't a lot of choices for me to put 10 movies on. I only saw 12 movies this year, and some of them did not even deserve to be on a top 10 list. They're pretty bad, some of them. So, yeah, that's my top 5 movies of the year. I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you did, please, please, please drop that like, subscribe for more. I make videos every single week. And I will see you very soon with my anticipated movies of 2021 list. That'll be coming out either tomorrow or the next day, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Please stay safe out there, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.